Hello everybody. I have my bead board all set up to make 3 simple pairs of earrings with my December bargain bead box. And so let's get to it. So I'm using the chandelier findings, the swirl findings, and some snowflakes. And then some of the various beads that came in this month's box, the howlets, some of the coin beads, and so on, the quartz. And then you'll need ear wires, eye pins, head pins, and things like that, plus your tools. And you can make these or any other earrings. This is going to be very simple to follow along with. All right, hello everybody, I'm back. So I've just randomly pulled some things out of my stash to make some earrings. What's not random are the snowflake chandelier findings, the swirl findings, and the other snowflake findings that are from this December's bargain bead box. I've pulled out some eye pins and some other beads that we have, and so let's get to it. I'm going to pick up something. I have no plan. I'm just doing this. Normally, when I'm making jewelry, I tend to watch other jewelry makers, or I'm watching a movie. Sometimes I listen to an audiobook. But I am trying to be more engaging on my channel this year. And so what I've done off screen while I was talking and not paying attention to where my hands were with the camera was I've taken one of these really lace bead caps and one of the howlet beads, and I have dropped them down on an eye pin. And I was going to do something else, but I don't remember what yet. So I think I had these over here because I was going to do like the snowflake. I was going to do a snowflake and then one of these, and don't ask me what it is yet because I don't remember. Because I've taken all of these things out of the bags, so I don't remember what any of these are, but I do. These are not the coin beads. These are maybe the half matte steel blue shimmer beads. So I think that's what these are. I did not like write things out as I was pulling them out of my little plastic containers, because what I did after I did my unboxing is I put everything in a container with last year's December beads. So I've just been I was sorting things by color, and then I went back to sorting things by month, and so now I have on this eye pin one of the snowflakes, one of these, which I do believe is the steel blue metallic iris beads, the lace bead cap, a matte howlet, another bead cap, and another steel blue shimmer. And then I am going to make this a hole, and I did not bring all of my tools over here with me, so I've got to go grab something. And so I do not make my own holes. I have a one-step looper, and I put it down flush to the bead, and this makes a beautiful hole, and I just do it very slowly and very carefully so I don't crush my bead. This is the 1.5 millimeter loop. This is my favorite one. I have all 3 sizes, but this is my favorite one. So, let's see, I'm gonna take my pliers here and make sure that that's all nice and closed. And so I'm actually going to use this as a dangle on one of these earrings. And so then I'm going to make another just like that. And what did I do to make that? Yes, so snowflake on the eye pin, and somewhere I have like a wire straightener, but I don't feel like digging that out right now. And when I'm done, I can straighten this out a little bit more with just the heat of my hand. But I don't feel like looking for my my wire straighteners right now. So my snowflake, my bead, then a bead cap, and then this and another bead cap on there, just like that, and one of these. And then I am gonna one-step loop that because I discovered that I cannot consistently make loops by hand, and I kind of gave that up. I'm kind of glad I got into this business when there were these easier ways to go about it. All right, and sometimes when I do this, I always make sure to pull back just a little bit so it has that little notch in the back, like it would be on an eye pin. All right, come back over here. I am not on my desk, in my other favorite space on top of this pink blanket. All right, so those two pieces are made, and I hadn't decided where I was going to put those, but I think I was putting those on these swirl pieces because I was going to try to keep this kind of simple, especially since these are so soft. So the next thing that I need are some jump rings, because these are kind of big. And so don't ask me the millimeter size of these jump rings. I have a big box. If you go back to my videos last year, you'll see all the things that I got from Panda Haul. And I have a giant box of jump rings that I ordered from Amazon, all different sizes and metal tones. And I am not sad that I ordered those, because you can never have, there's no such thing as too many jump rings. All right, and so I'm gonna put that on here, and I'll hold it on with my hand and pick this up and drop it on there. And then I always sometimes just hold it with my hand. Some more professional person would be like, no, but it's okay. I can do this with the flat side of those. All right, so that's closed. Make sure this is flush. Yeah, make sure that it's flush this way and that it is completely closed this way so nothing falls out. All right, so, and now it hangs like that. It kind of reminds me of a musical note, and I'm feeling it to make sure it's not too heavy. And it could hang this way also. It doesn't have to hang the other way, but I was going to do it this way. Maybe I like it this way better. I'm not sure. Maybe I like it this way better. Let's see. Let's get the other one on, and I will figure it out. Hello. All right. So, open the jump ring. And I have like those little rings that you wear on your finger to open jump rings. Do I know where it is right now? Of course not. But I have, every time I get certain products, they come with one of those little rings that you use for opening and closing jump rings properly. I have several of them. Maybe I know where one is. All right. So, oops, I totally did all of that off camera. But, so this was open and I hooked on the beaded dangle onto the swirl, and then I closed my jump ring and make sure that it's flush, and then make sure that it's flush that way. And now I'm going to figure out, maybe I'll figure it out later, which direction I'm going to put the ear wire. I don't know. One of the things I like about making my own jewelry is that I can decide to put the ear wire one way, and then I can change it later. And so, all right, so I hadn't decided if I was gonna dangle something else off of these ear wires. I really just wanted this snowflake on here with this howlet hanging off of something. And maybe I'll move it. Okay, maybe I'll just put it down at the bottom and put the ear wire, and that'll be it. Let's do that. Where is this? Yeah. All right, let's move this to the bottom. All right, what am I calling the bottom? I'm calling this part the bottom for now. All right. Use the flat. Oh. And now I'm gonna drop it every time I try to do it. Where'd the jump ring go? I don't know. Well, guess what? I've got 1,000 more. And you know what? Maybe I need to go a size up. I was trying to use as close to the smallest size, but let's go a size up. Give me this, and we're gonna go this way. All right, there we go. Yeah, and so it makes it a little longer than I was planning to have it, but that's okay. I like long dangly earrings, which is why I make them so often. And so let's do the same with this one. And then maybe I'll come back later and do something with the other loop, or maybe I will do nothing with it. All right, so I'm gonna come back in a minute after I've changed this jump ring. All right, so now I've got them put on the swirl with the jump rings, and now they're just ready for their ear wires. And so now I'm gonna go on to the second pair of earrings. All right, so for my second pair of earrings, the first thing that I did was I took these blue bicones and the round quartz beads, and I've strung them on some eye pins to make some icicles. And then I'm going to make loops, and then I'm going to connect them onto the 4 outer rings of these chandelier earring findings. Okay, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving the middle one open for a longer dangle, which I haven't decided what's going there yet. But I'm going to make, so I've made 4, and I'm going to go back and make 4 more for the other one, and then leave this middle one open. right, and so on my last eye pin, I'm gonna do it with you. We're gonna grab 3 of these bicones and put them on the eye pin like so, as we also drop them everywhere. Of course, and where is the bead cap? So we're gonna put that on, and then we're gonna get one of these round quartz beads and drop that on, put on the last bead cap, and then the last blue bicone. And then I'm going to use my handy dandy one-step looper, you know, because we've all got to know our limitations, and making loops is mine. All right, and you're gonna make sure that the loop is flat, so that when you go to close it up, that the open part meets the end, so nothing slips out of the hole. So it's all closed up. Oh Lord. The bead cap is not through the center hole, so I'm going to have to take that apart. So I'm going to pause and do that as I bang my camera. I'm going to leave off. Oh, could you stop? Thank you. Yeah, I realized that for the past 5 minutes, I've been talking and not recording. So you guys have missed 5 minutes of what I was saying. So I had to repeat making the last icicle because the bead cap was hanging on incorrectly. And then I crushed the top bead with the looper. I don't know if you can see where it's crushed up there, but I said that we're going to keep rolling on. And so now I'm going to get some jump rings and attach my icicles to my chandelier finding. All right, and these are all mixed up. I've got several sizes happening here, but that is okay. So let's see, I should probably have some water while I'm doing this because my throat is getting dry. All right, so I put my jump ring on here, and then I'm going to put my dangle on there, and I am going to not try to use my big old fingers to close this. There we go. Get this closed, and this way, make sure that it's nice and flat, and closed this way. Make sure they're lined up. I can go back and tweak all that afterwards later, but let's get the rest of these on here. So let's crack that open. Come off. How do you get on here if you're all supposed to be closed? That always amazes me. All right, and so I'm not gonna sit here and make you guys watch me do this 6 more times. I'm gonna pause. I do not know how to do that fast forwarding, so you can watch me fast forward. One day I will learn it. That is some editing software that I currently do not have, but I'm gonna pause and put the rest of these on here and come back to you. All right, and so the first earring chandelier is complete, except for the middle part, which I haven't decided what to make. When I finish the second one, if I haven't decided what to do, I may just make one more set of these. But I wanted to do something different in the middle, so we'll see. And so what I decided to do is to build a tower with more by cones, but adding 2 of the quartz beads with bead caps, the lace bead caps around them. And that is what I'm going to put in the center of the earring, the chandelier earring. And so then it'll be just a little bit different in the center. And so I've got one completed, and I'm going to get my jump ring and hang that on and see what it looks like. Because I was thinking about putting a different kind of bead on here, but then I felt like that would be too busy. And so there's my jump ring, and putting it on here. Where is this? And so put this on here, close them up, and make it flush and closed and tight. And so now all that's missing is the ear wire. And I really like these. Since I'm a person who wears a lot of black, these would go with almost everything that I wear. They would be a good gift. And they sparkle. I like the sparkly. They are shiny. And if I was a person who cared about filling in these empty spaces, you could wire wrap some things up there, but I don't like that. I like for the focus to be down at the bottom. And so I'm going to put the ear wire on, and I could make it just a little bit more dangly by putting a jump ring on the top here, but I am not going to do that. I am going to open this ear wire and drop this on here and do this, and maybe if I remember, I will model them. So there we go. All complete. One is complete, and when I complete the other one, I will take some photos. And thank you. All right, and so this is the end result of making these earrings, and I am really happy with these. I'm excited. So I'm going to make the 3rd pair of earrings now, and we'll see how they turn out. Oops, let me turn off my video that I was watching. No copyright issues. All right, so according to my daughter, these look awesome with another snowflake added onto the top of them, and I'm gonna put the ear wire, and then she will run off with them to her jewelry box. And that is what became of the swirls since you last saw them hanging out over here. I used a larger size jump ring and a one of these eye pins with a ball on it that I've received before from Bargain Bead Box, and put it on the snowflake and hung it from the other swirl. And my daughter said that's how she liked the earring, and then she's gonna run off with it. All right, now for my 3rd pair of earrings. Using these wide open snowflake components. So many things that you could do with these, but we are here to kiss and make earrings. Kiss meaning keep it simple. So that's what I'm going to do. So the last beads I have in here, I still have some of these round quartz beads. I'm tearing my paper. I think these are the coin, the half matte coin with pale blue shimmer. I think that's what those are. I'm going to use some of these, and what are these? Where's the ones with the 5-piece half matte crystal? So these, and there was another one that was a coin bead. So the 2 coin bead styles that came in this month's box. Yeah, so I can't find it right now. One was a longer strand. And when I find it, I will say what it is, but it's on our list. So, yep. So that is what I'm going to use. And some of these smaller, the flat matte ice blue quartz rondelles, these little round ones, I had pulled them out. So I'm going to use those as spacers. All right, here we go. All right, so with no actual plan in mind, I think I'm going to start off with one of these, the matte rondelles. I wish I had made a note on my sheet as to what was what. And then these are the green, blue, yeah, the steel blue with metal iris. Yeah. Yeah, do I like that? I don't know if I really like that together. Yeah. All right. Oh, let me get some bead caps. So hold on just a minute. Okay, bead caps acquired. Let's see how the bead caps, if they work with these beads right here. So, let's put one on top and see how that looks. I don't think that looks too bad. Yeah, and then we can drop one of these on here. All right, and I'm gonna try not to make this too busy. This has a lot of spaces to work in, and I'm probably only going to fill up these bottoms. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm only going to fill up these bottom 5 spaces, leaving the other spaces open to not make it too busy. But this then will have a lot of space, so we could put something larger like those. All right. All right, so for my last pair of earrings, I made these components with the matte rondelles and the coin beads, and I put them on eye pins, and now I'm going to connect them to the snowflake piece with some jump rings, and then see what that looks like, and then do my other piece. I have another couple of pieces to make once I make the decision of what they're gonna look like. But I'm probably going to make some type of icicle looking form to hang off the snowflake. Maybe using some more of these matte beads and the quartz, the round quartz beads. It seems like the round quartz beads are centered here. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And okay, so this is where I'm at so far. So I've got these pieces connected to the snowflake, and now I need to decide, oops, as I drop them everywhere, what I am going to connect to the middle and to these corners right here. And I want to make something longer here so that there's maybe like a jagged edge or even a V shape at the end of my necklace, but maybe something more jagged. And like I said, maybe I want to have some kind of icicle theme since this is a winter snowflake type of thing. I'm gonna sit and think about that for a second, and then I'll be back.